If Natala is already here, why did she let you grant me the title?
Actually, she could still intervene and disrupt the proceedings. But she's a Sertova. Their games are always complex and multi-layered. They're always looking for ways to turn defeat into victory. If she's decided to allow you to become a Baroness, it means she already has some idea of how she can turn it to her benefit. Maybe she understands that Rostland will inevitably separate and she doesn't want a war. In that case, new states in the Stolen Lands give the Isians a reason to sit down and talk without losing face. But that's an optimistic view, and truth be told, it doesn't quite match up with what we've come to expect from the Sertovas.
Okay, so we're a pawn.
The more likely scenario is that Natala wants to win you over to her side. If war breaks out and at least one of you stabs us in the back, Rostland will be surrounded by enemies. That might be enough to bring about our downfall. But you would fall first, and your newly formed states would be left in ruin. The Isians always like to have someone around to pull their chestnuts out of the fire for them. A piece of friendly advice? Don't do business with House Sertovas, no matter what promises they make you. Any deal with the noble houses is a deal with devils.
What happens next?
How should I know? We're in the middle of a big game. And today, you move from being merely a piece on the board to being one of the players.
The game of big chairs? Thanks for your explanation.
I hope you have a better understanding of what's at stake.
Thank you. I'm going to speak with the guests.
Enjoy your evening. When you're ready for the official part, come to me.
Let's talk to our guests. Hey, look. Dude named Lander. A handsome, well-dressed young man, about 17 years old, looks at you with a polite smile.
So, you're the famous slayer of the Staglords gang, soon to be Baroness. Pleased to meet your acquaintance. My name is Lander.
Just Lander? No last name, no title?
Well, let's just say I'm here incognito. Under my circumstances, it's wise to keep one's lineage to oneself. Truth be told, that's precisely what I wanted to speak to you about. You see, I'm an heir to one of Brevoy's noble houses. I won't say which, but believe me, a newly appointed baroness with no connections would do well to have a friend like me. I travel the country in secret, without servants, so I can see it for myself. Not from a carriage window, but face to face with the people. My family would never approve, of course, but then I never asked. I need to know Brevoy if I'm going to rule a part of it someday. I know Jemandi wants to impose her stepson on you as an emissary to Brevoy. Refuse. Take me instead. Don't look at my age. While they may have trained this half-orc to swing a sword, I've been training to rule since I was a child. I'll be of far greater use to you, now and in the future, but after I have a firm position in my family.
Are you from Restovic nobility?
Oh no, I'm not from there. I'm just visiting, you could say. I wanted to see for myself the heroes who managed to conquer the frontier lands, and the Lord Mayor was kind enough to invite me to this wonderful party.
What do you want from me?
He says the same thing.
I'll consider your proposal.
Yes, do so, and carefully.
Okay, so we don't know who the dude is. Huh. Let's talk to the guard.
What? Torture. The guests eat more. The guests eat and drink, and all we can do, we can't even move.
Jathel? Call this a feast? I'll show them some real festivities if they let me. Magar Varn. This man is obviously more comfortable on the battlefield in the company of nobles. He's well built, but with the expensive waistcoat he's wearing, doesn't quite fit properly, as if it was borrowed. He has a few pale scars across his face. His dark hair is drawn into an unkempt ponytail with a few streaks of gray running through it. He greets you with a broad smile and a firm handshake.
Let me introduce myself. I'm Megavon, the new ruler of Dunsward. Your neighbor to the east. Like you, I'm about to be a baron. Great job with the Stag Lord, by the way. Not everyone could examine or exterminate a whole gang of bandits with such a small team.
How did you earn the title of baron?
Truth be told,
Lots of people say truth be told. Suspicious.
Truth be told, my team and I just happened to be in the right place at the right time. Jemandi Aldori needs someone reliable to take hold of the territory. I'm the captain of a mercenary team, if that wasn't clear. Varling Host. Have you ever heard of us? No? No matter. We've done work for Jemandi before. This time the task was simple. We just waltzed into the area, cleared it of brazen monsters, and built a small fort to hold the place. And for that, a barony and land to own. What a dream job!
How do you feel about being a noble?
Like a pheasant on a plate. I've killed all kinds of monsters. It's the first time I've so strongly felt like turning away could get me eaten.
See that lad, Baron Drelev? He's not like us. Who knows what generation of baron he is? Didn't even shake my hand. You and me? We're like dirt beneath his boots. That's why those like us, the newly made nobility, need to stick together. Otherwise, he'd take my land and yours in the blink of an eye. It was nice meeting you, Megar.
Goodbye! Goodbye!
Exclamation point. Once you've settled in, come pay us a visit. Okay. Megar seems alright. Lindsay, she's so cute. Pour up to the brim, so that, oh, must be drunk. I forgot the line. Some random guest. How nice for them to let the Smilodon into the building. Chandra Merlev.
Oh yes, I see a good old restaurant hasn't changed a bit. Even the smell
is the same in the streets. Natalia Satova is discussing something with an unfamiliar old lady with a low voice. Upon noticing you, she breaks into a sugary sweet smile. You are not only tough, but quick. Well, congratulations on your victory. Enjoy it while you can. Is that a threat? I would never. I simply wish to warn you, in case you don't fully realize the fate that awaits you and your barony. What do you think awaits me? Nothing good, I fear. The Aldori, our dearest friends, didn't deem it necessary to inform you of their plans, I assume. You see, they're preparing to separate from Brevoy, and it would not be a peaceful process. They lack strength currently, hence using this legal loophole to create some independent allies. Once the civil war breaks out, your lands will be the first to endure the strike from Brevoy's forces. Perhaps they'll erect a memorial stone in independent Restov to honor you. Well, I wouldn't count on even that, really. What do you propose? In your situation, the most reasonable course of action would be to align yourself with the lawful rulers of Brevoy, the noble houses. The Aldori won't dare to rebel, knowing they will immediately become entrapped. You could help Brevoy avoid a civil war while simultaneously enjoying some well-deserved peace in your lands. I believe Jemandi has already attempted to impose a guard on you as an emissary. I'm guessing her newborn stepson, the green-skinned boy, Kasil. It's up to you, of course, but I would recommend you a different envoy. Please meet Chandra Merve, an experienced diplomat who's more familiar with Brevoy's politics than any brawler could be. The old woman standing next to Natalia gives you a slight bow. I would be happy to help establish diplomatic relations in Brevoy. I'll consider your proposal. Think on it. Do not make any hasty decisions. Alright. Let's talk to this guard. He says the same thing. This guest.
Nice to see the beginning of a future noble family. Alright. Who is this dude? Svanki Keeg. A handsome man with a weather-beaten face grasps your hand tightly in his rough, calloused palms. Wow, you need to moisturize. Like the rest of the guards in the festive clothes, he wears simple robes. The only luxury you see on him is a holy symbol of a Raztil made of solid gold. The other guests look at him with respect, some bordering on awe. Avanke Creed. Congratulations on your victory! I don't know why he speaks like that, but he does. He says in a deep voice, Allow me to introduce myself. I am Ivanka Krieg, High Priest of Raztil and Restov. Okay, so you're a vampire. Let's diplomat this guy. Bringing law into the stolen lands is a difficult endeavor. I would be grateful for any help you could spare. This is truly noble undertaking. I believe our community would be able to provide you with reasonable assistance. We will help you construct a shrine in your capital free of charge. Do many people in Restov venerate Rastil? They revere many gods in Restov. They pray to Abadar, the patron of cities, to Phrasma, the gatherer of souls, and there are also some more rare cults. But there's no denying the stag god has the largest congregation there, and no wonder. The people have lived off farming and hunting for centuries. You're dressed surprisingly simple for such a festive occasion. The corners of the priest's mouth turn up in a faint smile. The nobles dress in silks and satins to stand out from the poor. A priest wears a simple robe to stand out from the nobles. I like this guy. It was an honor to meet you. Goodbye. A Raztil keep you. Remember that Sophocles, our winged mercenary, is a priest of Raztil. Cool. Hail! Hail Hydra! Says the guard. Reginar is probably going to say something creepy. To victory, to freedom, bottoms up, Okay, he's just drinking. Try the eclairs. They're delicious, says Octavia. Ooh, this guy. We were warned about this snob. This man's gorgeous clothes hide rippling muscles beneath. He looks past your ear, obviously bored. Really? You must not like women. Baron Hannes Drelev, he says offhandedly, emphasizing the word Baron. And you must be the Stag Lord's butcher. I'm sorry, I quite forgot your name. But you took out the Stag Lord and his gang. And so Sword Lord Jamandi is granting you permission to take his place, right? Well, congratulations. My lands lie to the west of yours. I suppose we're neighbors now. Yes, I defeated the Stag Lord. Pray tell, what did you do to deserve your dominion? I don't need to deserve or prove anything. Countless generations of my glorious ancestors have done so for me. If I had a slightly bigger army, Sword Lord Jamandi would have simply given all the stolen lands to me. Alas, I don't have so many soldiers at my disposal. So she had to urgently make barons of the likes of you and Varn. So you have an army and no special merits. You were just given land for being pretty? Under the circumstances, I'd have you whipped for such words. But let's not ruin Lady Aldori's celebration, If you want so badly to measure merits, we can do so another time. Goodbye. Not even deigning to reply, Baron Drelev turns and looks away. What a prick. We will meet you again, maybe. Hannes is the most pompous, arrogant... and you've met many. Don't side with Sertova, but your character is a snobby bitch who killed her rich parents, so inheritance. Yeah, I don't know what roles... So, I know what the role of the Aldori fills. What role does the Sertova woman fill, like, in your kingdom? And then what role does, Lannister, Lincoln, what's his name? Lander. Had it right the first time. What role does he fulfill? Like, is there a optimal choice here? What do you suggest, Bunny? I think the Sertova woman's a counselor, if I remember from my first playthrough. I don't know what position Lander is, though. Casil is a general. Lander is a counselor advisor. Okay. Don't know what the Sertova does. See, I feel like they're all kind of useless. Unless you ended up losing or not recruiting the right NPC. Alright, let's recruit the Sertova woman. Given that we don't know what she does. Just to bug Jamandi.
So, how do you like our little gathering? I hope you've made some useful connections. Shall we move on to the official proceedings?
Yes, before we begin, I'd like to talk about the envoy I'll be taking with me. Choosing Lander gets you out of the Aldori-Sertova war. Interesting.
Excellent. Stand here.
Okay, we can go with Lander.
Lords and ladies, today we are here to honor 3 brave people who have done the impossible.
Purple.
They've tamed the stolen lands. Baron Hannes Drelev, the new master of Glenabon, Captain Maegor Varn, the conqueror of Dunsword, and finally, the tamer of the Shrike Hills, who put an end to the atrocities of the Stag Lord's bandits. Step forward. On behalf of the people of the free city of Redstone,
She's gonna cut off my head.
I confer upon you this noble title. Rise, your grace.
Hip hip huzzah. Loading, loading, loading. Suspicious blue dot. Get the blue donut. No. Kingmaker not responding. Not a good sign. Oh, it's responding. Now it's not responding. Now it's responding. Come on, Pathfinder. Come on. You can do it. Oh, it's saving.
Victory. The Stag Lord's dead, and the capital of the new barony has been built in place of his fort. That was how the long and challenging taming of the stolen lands began.
Welcome, Your Grace. Let me once again congratulate you on your victory and your new title. Lady Jamandi transferred me here. I'm at your disposal. Wait, I didn't get to pick? Wait, I thought I picked... Wait, what happened? Do I have to talk to her about the thing and then say I'm ready? I wanted to actually pick a dude. Sorry about that. I picked the wrong... I said get on with it, but I didn't realize that meant you didn't actually make the pick of your counselor. We could just jam through this again. I'll just talk to Lander right away and then... Yeah, saved. Blah, blah, blah. Lots of talking.
Good work. Nice But Matt, speaking of connections, let me enjoy...
Talk to this dude. The random dude, which some unknown guy that doesn't tell you his last name, but you want him as your envoy. Felt really weird. Oh no, the old hero of the festivities, protege of our dear Jamandi. You pulled us all quite cleverly. I confess I wasn't convinced your enterprise would succeed. I bet even a bottle of my best Pitaxian wine against you. But I'm happy to admit I was wrong. The Eldori have always been adept at finding new talent. I believe we've been introduced. So we see him. I am Iosif Selemius, the mayor of Restov. I rule the town and the adjacent lands. As your northern neighbor, I hope we can look forward to a long and fruitful friendship. So you rule Restov or the rest of the Eldori? Ah, Brovoy's politics seem complex and incomprehensible to many. Here in this part of Rossland, the spirit of the northern freedom still lives. How are things in Restov? Don't want to boast, but things have been going well in recent years. Sounds like a boast. What kind of events are you talking about? Ah, aspiring politician needs to be well informed. I'm talking, of course, about the disappearance of the ruling house of Regarvia. Can you imagine? Old man Chorol conquered our land 2 centuries ago. It'd be a shameless lie to say that nobody wished our royal house could just disappear into thin air. But once that exact thing happened, it turned out nobody was ready for it. Poof! It's nice meeting you. Please wait a moment. Your barony is in need of resources to establish itself, and from what I've gathered, you're somewhat in need of financial assistance. I could organize a supply of everything you need for construction and spread it out. I spread out the costs of the extremely favorable terms. I could immediately procure, let's say, 500 cartloads of building supplies. Thank you for your offer, but I can't accept. It's your choice, of course. Just figured I'd mention it. It's nice meeting you. Feelings mutual. Alright, so now we want to...
how do you like our little gathering? I hope you've made some useful connections. Shall we move on to the official proceedings?
If you don't say yes, say, before we begin, I'd like to talk about the envoy I'll be taking with me.
My apprentice, Casil Aldori, will go with you, won't he?
Young Lander will come with me.
Oh, the heir of House Levita. Naive enough to think no one would recognize him here? I wouldn't trust him. Who knows what he has in mind?
Yes, let's begin.
Excellent. Stand here.
Okay.
Lords and ladies, today we are here to honor
Look at the
three
smile on.
brave
Just
people
staring at
who
whoever
have
this
done
dude
the
is.
impossible. They've tamed
Licking his
the
chops.
stolen lands. Baron Hannes Drelev, the new master of Glenabon, Captain Maegor Varn, the conqueror of Dunsword, and finally, the tamer of the Shrike Hills, who put an end to the atrocities of the Stag Lord's bandits. Step forward. On behalf of the people of the free city of Restov,
Deja vu.
I confer upon you this noble title. Rise, your grace.
Dun-dun-dun. Loading. What are we gonna call our Barony? What shall we call it?
Victory. The Stag Lord's dead, and the capital of the new barony has been built in place of his fort. That was how the long and challenging taming of the stolen lands began.
Martigrad. Welcome, Your Grace. To once again congratulate you on your victory and your title. Jimandi transfer me here. I'm at your disposal. I'm not one to bestow honors, but I want you to know I'm glad to serve you. I'm here to welcome you on behalf of your new capital citizens. The Stag Lord's former stronghold will soon be a thriving city. Word travels fast, and the first settlers have already arrived, with new ones approaching as we speak. While you were visiting Rostov, much has been done here. Your benefactors, the Aldori, invested a great deal of resources in rebuilding the city. I stand ready to answer your questions and to show you around the most important sites. Where are my companions? They're here somewhere, here and there. I never kept an eye on who went where exactly. Well, I assume Tristan is with Jod. You can always find Lindsay. Just follow the noise and turmoil. Speaking about the mercenaries. The people that actually won the stolen lands, not these other jackasses. Are there any citizens I should know about? Old acquaintances Jod is right here. Rastel's clerics normally don't like cities much, but they're eager to serve you. Also, the emissary from Brevoy is here, waiting for you in the throne room. There's a curious matter. An elf has paid us a visit, a blind elf. Desna only knows how he managed to get here. He seems peaceful, a pleasant fellow, though naturally a little odd. So I let him stay a while. It's up to you to decide what to do with him. That's about it, I guess. What's the mood of the people? I must admit, I've never seen anything like that in my whole life. A city, a whole barony, born right in front of our eyes. The people sensed that moment, and today they were feeling proud. As a rule, I'm not too cheerful or chatty. I'd normally feel out of place amongst all the rejoicing, but today is just one of those days. I'm ready to look around the city. Lead the way. Follow me, Your Grace. Can't speed this up any. Duh. These are just commoners. Let's go. Okay. Yeah, that's interesting. You're trying to figure out where you're gonna build your house. Oh, so boring. Daddy never told me it really was so boring. Uh-huh. Yep. Yes, it is a good thing we got rid of those monsters. There's probably more out there. Oh, we didn't recognize this place. There aren't zombies everywhere.
Our workers did a fine job turning this bandit den into the heart of a town. Plan to hold street festivities and fairs here. Look, we already have our first vendor. Who said that? Okay, we're looking at the vendor. He's bowing now. Could we buy something? Ah, no. You turn to the right square, you'll end up straight at our tavern. Good to know. Caden Kalian himself? Blast the tavern? No way. Ah, the site. Here's the observation platform. I hope one day your capital will grow large enough that we won't be able to see its full extent from this perch. Quit trying to butter me up, Keston. Yes, take me to my residence. Let's go. Where's my cat? What's my cat doing? Who is my cat eating? The unlucky tax in our barony. Welcome to your barony. Thanks. Now we've reached the main chambers. This is the throne room, where you'll hold court and receive visitors. Let me draw your attention to this large map depicting your barony and its surroundings. We'll mark all the important scout reports and other news worthy of your grace's attention. Hello, my dear. I'm glad to see you're in good health. I don't see how you remain so steady in these circumstances, but truth, I shouldn't worry. A little effort and this barony will become rich and prosperous land. Alright, bunch of things happened. Thanks, Lander. Since ruling seems to be a new thing for you, I'll put this matter simply. There are two kinds of issues that a baroness must address. Boring ones and amusing ones. You have servants and advisors to handle all the boring problems, and you give them orders from wherever it pleases you. But sometimes an urgent matter will arise, a dragon attack, or a visit from some noble dignitary like myself. Events like these demand a baroness's personal presence in the capital. We'll mark these events on the maps, too. Thanks. According to the ancient tradition of Brevoy and most of the River Kingdoms, rulers in these parts find it convenient to receive visitors and chop off heads at the beginning of each month. Bad form to do it at the end of each month. I know well that traditions can be tedious, but nevertheless I advise you to visit the capital on important days. But here's the main thing. You should start choosing people to fill key positions right away. Your clerics, Jord and Tristan, were the first to beg for an audience. They begged for it! I'll leave you to your thoughts now. I'm sure you'll make wise decisions. Of that I have no doubt. Alright, I want to see this begging. Your Grace, allow me to congratulate you on receiving a title of Baroness. I'm confident that you will be able to bring order to these troubled lands. To be honest, it isn't exactly what we wanted to speak to you about. Tristan and I have been talking a great deal about what happened at the Temple of the Ilk. It doesn't all make sense to us yet, but one thing is clear. There's a powerful curse at work. It corrupted the very essence of that sacred place, seeping it with putrescence. Oh, I am disgusted with whoever could do this. And now there's a new woe. Tristan and I believe the curse did not simply disperse of its own accord. There's
There's a place nearby the capital rumored by the locals to be cursed. This is cursed, that's cursed. Tristan and I visited this dreadful place, and we felt the same putrescence as at the Temple of the Ilk. What place is this? Where is it at? There is Bald Hilltop, not far from here, to north of the capital. Its crown is entirely barren of life. The locals believe that rituals glorifying the dark gods were once held there, back in ancient times. There is no longer any trace of such rituals, but the air around the hilltop is heavy to the point of stifling. This place is like a rotting wound, closed but not healed. And this wound will undoubtedly open again. Tristan and I felt something approaching, something ominous. The curse will soon return to plague us once more. I swear by Raztil. I will go there as soon as I am able. I would be happy to accompany you, but I would not expect to see anything new there at present. I agree with Tristan. We have been to this hilltop. It's barren, but filled with a dense atmosphere of unease. Well, what would you suggest? The curse will grow in strength, and we predict it will reach its peak in strength in about 1 month. That's when we should visit Bald Hilltop and resolve the issue. For now, we can only wait and prepare. We beg your pardon, Your Grace, for intervening with you getting the grasp of your barony. I'm sure that you have more pressing matters at hand now. Yes. Yes, I do. Ancient curse. Yeah. Thanks. The name of the barony. Would be called Umbravilda. Shit, we got a lot to do. Curses? That's a new tab. Oh, they... Cool. The projects tab was way too busy, and it looks like they gave a second hierarchy to that. I haven't seen that before. Must be a recent thing. Advisors. Regent. Oh, Lander could be a regent. Interesting. Valerie's got a better bonus, so Valerie, you are our regent. Tristan, you are our counselor. Amiri, you are no treasure. We need to go find the little gnome. And the high priest, as much as Harem's bonus is at +5, I like Jawed better. Although I've never had Harem in that spot before. Let's try Harem. If he gets annoying, we can swap him out. Regions? Declare the outskirts a part of your territory. Oh. That takes time to do, though. Let's build some buildings. Yeah. I thought we'd get a free shrine. Where's our free shrine? +1 loyalty when adjacent to the Longhouse. The shop wants to be near a tavern. The smithy wants to be near a shop. Feels kind of a waste sticking it there. Last slot open for like a school or something later on. Okay, that seems good. Insufficient funds. Alright. Let's go solve that problem. There's my cat. Who have you been eating? Man sitting in front of you resembles an elf, but a very old one. His face is wrinkled and his white beard falls to his waist. The man seems to be completely blind. The old man stares past you with unseeing eyes. Seems to be consumed with his thoughts. Who's there? Is that you, Your Grace? Who are you? I'm an elf from Kyone, and my name is not important. I am the storyteller, collector of stories. I collect unknown legends from ancient times. Long ago, I was a smith in Kyone, and the fire of the forge has burned out my eyes, but I'm grateful for it. If I could see, I would yet forge suits of armor for Ayadara's guards. Instead, I've stepped on a path of an adventure and gatherer of ancient legends. Wow, he's pretty talky. So I made the journey here. Are you really an elf? Do other elves age like you have? A common question. Despite my unusual looks, I'm an elf. An old one, yes, perhaps older than any other elf on Kyone. However, I doubt my age alone is responsible for my appearance. When I accept a new story, I lock it within myself, bearing the weight of its words and emotions that they invoke. Be it divine power or fell curse, I am grateful either way, as I gather stories. How could you tell it was me? It's not so hard to recognize a ruler by the way she walks. No one in here steps as confidently as you, Your Grace. All right. Would you care to trade stories with me? I'm a collector, not a trader.
fine. Alright, but I can offer you a deal, Your Grace. If you let me find some if you find some items belonging to eras past, bring them to me. If I recognize the stories hidden in those items, I will gladly share them with you. Alright, so I brought some relics. Are they worthy of any stories? How interesting. May I, Your Grace? Coin from a non-existent country. Alright, some ancient coins. What is this? I hear voices of trees, smell of scent of fresh leaves. A dryad mark, is it not? What in the name of Kalan ruler who's issued this coin? Ancient Cyclops coins. Cool. A soldier does not ask the banners of war where the banners of war headed. Taldan dog warrior tags. Ah, the belongings of brave heroes who performed their feats here before you. Can you tell me about drowned trees? I hear rocks creaking, river water splashing, bushes rustling and arrows singing through the air. I feel an invincible will, a cold resolution to finish what has been started, no matter the cost. My chain armor clings to my body, and my young hands grip a sword tightly. I'm the leader of a small group of brave souls set off to the Stonelands to clear them from bandits once and for all. Oh, do we complete a set of the Restovic Ranger? Interesting. We sail on a large freight boat that serves as bait for the bandits who keep throwing themselves at it only to find death. But death as inglorious as the life that they lived. From time to time, we manage to capture a prisoner while Inquisitor talks to them. I go to the stern, shutting my ears to their cries. I remind myself that these are scum, drenched in blood to the elbow. I think upon our cause, freedom for my homeland, in independent Rostland. But still my goosebumps rise with each pitiful cry. Please continue. At night I see the whole army is attacking our boat. Far too many for us to fend off, but luckily we don't have to. While they battle monsters we've summoned in a pitch-black magical darkness, we drink the potions we prepared and dive under the water. A dozen barrels of highly explosive oils explode. Everything has gone according to plan. The more who die here, the fewer will meet at drowned trees. March through the forest. Today we rest. Tomorrow the bandit king will draw his final breath. Please continue. We trudge. The next moment, a monstrous creature emerges from the darkness. The king of the bandits, Dargut Droon. The bandit we captured did not lie, but the secret passage he spoke of led right into the underwater lair of his monster. I bury my terror deep in my soul. What kind of monster was Dargut Droon? A powerful fae. Please continue. Next night we return the same way. Swim up to the surface, quietly gather our bearings, and above us loom the drowned trees. The air is filled with sounds of battle. Having lost the king, the bandits now battle each other for power. We are ready to join the fight. Oh, cool. We leave at dawn. Behind us, smoke rises up in the sky. The bandit nest smolders and blazes. Only two of us remain, the priest and I. We've won. But this victory tastes of ash, cinders, and swamp ooze. I ask him, tell me, Esvanki, was it worth it? Puts his hand on my shoulder and says, yes, Jamandi. Now the stolen lands will be ours. I wish I believed him. So Jamandi and Esvanki spent some time in the stolen lands. Thus, the expedition to the drowned trees came to an end. I must admit, it was no easy feeling for me to stand in the place of the daring woman. The steel of her soul was colder than ice. Wait, is this a story of Jamandi Eldori? But she's still alive. Some people become legends in their own lifetime. Jamandi has performed many glorious feats, and there may yet be more ahead. If Jamandi has once cleared the stolen lands of bandits, why must we do it all over again?
The death of Dargudrun and the destruction of drowned trees weakened the bandits, but not for long. The paladin who died was a noble, and it was he who supposed to claim the stolen lands and send in his troops, while Jamandi sought another candidate or priest capable of performing a resurrection ritual. A new bandit leader emerged in the destroyed fortress on the banks of the Tuskwater. Within a year, the stolen lands were swarming with gangs once more. Ah, thanks for your story, storyteller. And I found a shard of an ancient artifact. Can you restore it for me at the anvil? May I? A scorched piece of metal from a curious artifact known as the Necklace of Double Crosses. Okay. Your stories are amazing. It makes me sound like though you were actually there in the moment. Yes, I'm that good. We need an advisor at my court. Would you like me to serve in matters? Would you like to serve in matters of state? Thank you for your words. I'm likely to be able to interpret the intricacies of the political world or the affairs of the treasury, but my advice regarding the magic of the arts would be useful to any ruler. I'll leave you to your legends. Till we meet again. Or just stand there and get ready for treasure. We'll get treasure. Let's go buy some build points with our ill-gotten insurance money. Loading, loading, loading. Come on, you can do it. Come on. Oh, fuck. That's right. Everyone bow. Bow. Bow and scrape to your new leader. Bow. Yes. I hope you're not sick. Hasuf. You see a dark-skinned... Withy? Interesting word. Withy man. With a weather-beaten face and a happy smile. Hasuf from Absalom is happy to welcome you, your grace. Come take a look at the best wares. Let me see what you have, Hasuf. Oh, look at all these beautiful weapons that we can afford because we cheated. All this stuff looks amazing. Bag of holding, yoink. Some rope, yoink. Crowbar. Build points. Let's get a ton of these. Oh, let's buy like 1,000 or so. Maybe a couple thousand. It's not like we're not going to use that many. Wand of Fireball, yoink. Scorching Ray, done. Scroll of Haste, sounds good. All these potions. Yeah, it sounds like it sucks. A corrosive heavy flail and the flaming bastard sword. What is stratagem? No. Flame guard sounds great. +2 chain shirt, yoink. Ring of luck. Prot +2 plentiful hunts, maybe. Ring of the Beast King, yes. Now these Trap Springer's gloves +5 on trickery, done. Yep, we need another one of those. A lesser phylactery of positive channeling. Oh, maybe we don't need the wisdom item. Okay. Sure, and one of those.
I've had pneumonia once. It was not fun. I felt several times, like in years since I've had pneumonia, that it was coming on and it lasts for a long time, where you're just like something's just draining you and like making you tired all the time. But never got quite to the point of the pain in the lung. But I've had that once. There was a little pocket of pneumonia or like infection between my rib and my lung, and it sucked. Amulet Natural R+2. Done. Some camping supplies? Sure. I don't know what dinosaur bones are for. And I'll buy that for now. Okay, group. Got some treasures for you. New tower shield. Lesser maximize rod. Cleric is going to take the extra d6 on the channel, and then our other cleric has the I prefer a wisdom item there for now. Trap Springer gloves, those go on our rogue or our vivisectionist. Chain shirt +2. It's on our healer. The Ring of Luck. I think Ganymede needs all the help he can get when he goes into battle. +1 on all saving throws. Ring of Amulet Natural Armor +2. Yeah, his AC's low. Which means the Nat Armor +1 can go on our Cleric. Necklace of the Hunter. +2 on attack rolls and +4 on damage rolls against animals and magical beasts. Does Ganymede have a necklace? I think that would go, what is it, melee only? Or it says just attack rolls. Cool. Let's put that one on one of our archers. Make that bow more deadly. Cloak of Resistance. I think everyone but her has one. Okay. Saves should go up. Yep. Ring of Plentiful Hunts. So she... Who was our hunter? Our Death Priest was the hunter. He's wearing the Blessed Signet, but anyone can wear that. +1 bonus on damage rolls with bows. Let's reconsider. There's also another ring we had, the Ring of Lesser Beasts. This ring grants the wearer's animal companion, if they have one, a +2 enhancement bonus to strength and dex. We could give this to the Smilodon, who needs all the help it can get. Okay. Because it's not going to be a maxed out animal companion. That's good for now, until we get a Ring of Luck. Ring of Protection +2. Ganymede, come here. Better AC for the hitter. Then make sure everyone else has a Ring of Prot +1. They do. We'll go to a Miri next and give her a hand-me-down ring. Okay. Corrosive Heavy Flail definitely goes on Ganymede. for trolls that we inevitably need to fight, and the +1 flaming bastard sword. I think Amiri is the only one that can use it. Or sorry, Valerie. Cool sword. Although I do not like how the flames touch the pommel. That bugs me a bit. Alright, so she is not our knowledge nature person. No, neither is our cleric, but they're both bowyers. +1 damage on the bow is awesome. Did it show up? +1 damage rose on damage rolls with bow. Why didn't it show up? The damage with the bow is 1d8 + 5. It's an unnamed bonus, so it should stack, and 1d8 + 5 it doesn't go up. A bug? Is it actually going to add to the damage? 6 to 13. That doesn't make me feel confident. Where's Lindsay? Here's your headband, Lindsay. You're welcome. I've got lots of leveling to do. Level those dudes. Sell the +1 bastard sword. Regular thing. Keep the rest. Alright, let's talk to the other vendor. Verdant. I'd like to see your goods.
As your grace wishes.
Adamantine full plate. Our priest wears... No, our main dude wears +1 full plate. AC 11 versus AC of 11 plus DR, probably from the Adamantine. Done. Mithril full plate. Yes. A cold iron +1 earthbreaker. Yes, because I know of a creature that you need cold iron to harm. Done. And a +1 cold iron earthbreaker is better than the masterwork. Cool. Ganymede is a fighter, so he can technically wear full plate. So let's give him the... He's got armor that grants him a total +10, including his dex. With the mithril full plate, it will be +13. Yeah, his AC is starting to become respectable now. And then our Uki priest, +11. We'll put the adamantine full plate on him. This doesn't change his AC, but there's some DR involved. And then Valerie is a heavy armor wearer, so we'll give her the hand-me-down full plate +1. And the breastplate +1, maybe we'll stick on Amiri. She's already got some.
Cool. Saving those 2 items for the gnome when he finally arrives, or we finally go get him, I guess. Alright, given that we said we were going to do cheats, should I do like a cheat tutorial on how to duplicate an item? Do we have any items that we want to make more of? Let's make a second Staglord bow. The Savage Bow. Because we do have another character who doesn't have a composite, doesn't have a magical bow. And he is supposed to be a wow, that flaming sword is... We're just riding the flaming sword. What happened there? Okay. So how we do this is we need to identify the item while at a merchant from the quantity, not the actual item name, because in those files you can't see the item name. So we're going to talk to Arsino, who's a priest of Abadar. We need the help of a cleric. And it looks like everything she's selling is in quantities of 79 or higher. There are no single items here. I'm going to save before doing this, so we're going to call this before dupe. Okay, the thing is, given that we've already hacked our money, we're not too worried about buying and selling. If you didn't hack your money, then this would be an expensive thing to do, but in the end, it would allow you to purchase 2 things. So what we're going to do is, because I don't know how to hack the inventory of the characters very well, but I can kind of piece together, if I give Arsino a single item, and it's the only item she sells in like groups of 1, or only has 1 of, then we should be able to change that 1 to a 2. And we'll try this out. This is the first time I've ever done it, so we could screw up our game. Yes, and then we're gonna go to Anger Baki, who has the Savage Bow. We're gonna sell the Savage Bow to her. Yeah, see, we would lose 7 grand by buying it back. So you don't want to do this very often, unless you're hacking your money file. So the file that has the money total in it. Alright, so we're going to back out of this, and we're going to pre-save before dupe. Okay, and then we have to go all the way out to main menu to get the Pathfinder game to relinquish control over the save game file. Now we're going to navigate to the save game file folder, which we had our instructions on a sheet. Let me open this up and share my desktop so you can see what it is I'm doing. Okay, there were a bunch of things that we needed to download. We went through this last time. You need 7-zip, you need Notepad++, you need the plugin manager so that you can, in J++, or Notepad++, so you can install the Json Viewer so that you can edit the file properly and see what you're editing. Duplicating items, I think this is in the player.json file, and we may have to hunt for it. Again, this is the first time I've done this. We'll fumble through it live. I've looked in those files before, and because I was looking for the money that's also in player.json. I think the vendors are in the player.json file.
So we need to navigate to our save game folder. This is the link for the save game folder. Replace it with the username that you're under for Windows. And I've already got a link saved on my desktop to go directly to the save game folder. This is what the save game folder looks like. It's really hard to read because it's really small, but there is one save game that we called manual. It's manual to before dupe. So this is the one, looking at the timestamp, this is the one we want to play with. I'm going to drag or copy this file just in case we screw it up. I'm going to copy it to a temp folder. Then I'm going to open it up using WinZip, or 7-zip, sorry. And this should open up an archive. And there are a lot of files in here, but the one we're interested in, I believe, is player.json. I'm just going to get rid of the things that are in my temp folder aside from the saved file. And I'm going to drag into that temp folder the player.json file from the archive. It's going to make a copy here. I'm going to leave the archive open and just going to put that off to the side. I'm going to right click and open with edit with OneNote, or sorry, edit with a Notepad++, and under plugins, this is one giant string. It's kind of unreadable in the current format. And I'm going to use a plugin called Json Viewer, choose JSON format or format JSON, and it's now going to have it in a more readable form with the JSON. I can collapse sections of the JSON object. Great. Now we're just going to scroll through this thing. This file is quite large. There's 28,000 lines. What I'm looking for is something that looks like an inventory for a store. This looks like an inventory for a store. So we can see that there are 99 items in the store, and I think I just found it right here. So this looks like her store. Again, there's no way of really telling, aside from the fact that she had 96.99. I think these IDs are the scrolls and potions that she's selling. And the one at the end, which caught my eye, of this big block is count 1. So she has a bunch of inventory with a bunch of things in it. I think these are the diamonds and these are the diamond dust. And I think if we change this value from count 1 to count 2, we'll have duplicated our bow. That was pretty lucky with me, just scrolling through. This looks like a different vendor. All the items are 99. Nothing was sold. There's 2,000. This could be Jawed, maybe. I don't know which vendor that is, but I don't see any items in here with count 1. And I see other vendors with numbers in them. So that's why I picked the particular priest, because I knew her. Yeah, these look like build points. So maybe well, I don't know. We just bought a bunch of build points. So this is not Hasuf. This is somebody else who sells build points. This could be Oleg. Does Oleg sell build points? Don't know. All right, I'm not going to mess around too much with the file. The more we mess around, more chance we destroy it. So I'm going to save this, because just eyeballing that, it looks like there are no more vendors that are selling 99 of a thing, almost exclusively. Okay, so we've saved the player.json file. I'm going to close it so that the Notepad++ doesn't control the file anymore. And I'm going to drag the file back into the archive, and there should be a prompt that says, are you sure you want to copy this file over top of the old one? Yes. All right. I'm going to close the archive so that the save game loads properly. And then I'm going to load the game. Cross our fingers. Then there should be 2 bows, and then we'll buy both bows and equip them on our characters. We shall see if that worked. Hello, Arseno. Remember that bow we gave you? Did it perhaps spawn itself into 2 bows? Fission, perhaps? Savage Bow 2! Fuck yeah. I'm gonna buy some Savage Bow 2s. Deal! Now, of course, we spent a lot of money doing that, but we gave ourselves quite a bit of money to begin with. Now, can we equip these bows? Our Anger Bodki, our Inquisitor, likes to fight with a bow. Let's give her a Savage Bow. Blink. Looks like she's got a Savage Bow in hand. And then our Cleric is a Cleric of Erastil, and he can use a bow as well. Bink. Savage Bow is now equipped. Nice. So that worked. Oh, and they're very close to 6. Look at that. They need less than 1,000 XP. Sweet! So we duplicated an item. Awesome. I think there's a cool suit of plate mail in one of these homes. Excuse me, I'm the Baroness. Don't mind me. Just gonna take your eels. And you're going to bow and thank me for it. You're welcome. Ooh, a Belt of Con +2. Some shit on the shelf. And we'll take the stuff off your table. Don't mind me, I'm the Baroness. I own all of this. We're playing bandits. Okay, maybe it wasn't this house. There is a house that has armor in it. Let's finish looting the houses.
Got it. I won't be halted.
Hello, my savior. You asked if we'd meet again, and here I am. I see your fate has changed since last we met. Now you are the ruler who will determine the destiny of these lands. I am their living heart, the whisper of the wind, the strength of rivers, the luxuriant growth of the meadows. Do you wish to touch this power?
Oh.
I will show you a place where we can finally meet in flesh, you and I. Deep in the woods, there is an old mossy ruins, long abandoned, nearly swallowed by the thicket. There is an old tree growing among the stones in the yard, which I remember as a seed. A shadow under its green crown I call my Verdant Chambers.
Oh.
Visit me there,
Visit her
my
Verdant
lady.
Chambers.
And come alone. A nymph's reward awaits you.
I was happy to help. I will soon see you in the Verdant Chambers.
So long. I will await you there, as the ground waits for spring under the heavy winter snow.
Yep. It's like let's leave immediately. Let's go to the Verdant Chambers. Screw robbing our own citizens of their trinkets. Nah, we'll go there in a little bit. She can wait. She can wait a little bit. Did I just hear someone yell, "Hey, chicken"? That's not how you address the Baroness of Umbravild. Speak common. Don't understand you. I swear, in one of my playthroughs, I don't know why all the buildings are dark. Maybe they get revealed later when when it grows? Ah, maybe when you grow to a different size. The houses get more loot. Bow, peasants! Speak common. This barn is boring. Octavia and Reganar just hanging out. We're on a mission. If Baldur's Gate taught us anything, let's go into every home and loot every box. Okay. It must happen later on. When the town grows, so too do the rewards of raiding your citizens' homes. It's the Baroness's tax. She just comes into our house, takes what she wants, and then leaves. Okay, enough of that. What are we gonna do first? Chambers, no. Oh, did we fail mingling with the guests? Oh yeah, because we restarted. How to build a kingdom. Ancient curse and loyal servants. We don't have Jubilost yet, which we need to do.
We do it my way.
Mm-hmm. We are very close to 6th level for our mercenaries as well. Let me take just a quick break here. So I was just prattling to myself, apparently. Thank you for letting me know that. Okay. Aha. We managed our kingdom a little bit. We claimed a section. I navigated through some of the items. What else did I do? Yeah, we claimed the outskirts. After duplicating that bow. And I never noticed the ability for you to train to level up your companions, because I always had, for other playthroughs, which I realize is wrong to do, is dividing XP evenly between all of your party, or all the NPCs, even those not in your party. And I got to like an end point, like one of the end chapters, where like the fights were getting pretty tough, and I just didn't have enough XP because I was sharing it with a whole bunch of mercs plus NPCs. So that is why I restarted that game, and then learned how to cheat, basically, because I'll go back and give us some more XP. But I don't know how much XP we should be at by the time we reach those chapters. So we'll see. Anyways, we want to find Jubilost. I think he's in one of these places. The ford across Skunk River. I think that's where he is. Okay, let's... Look after the animal companions. Don't know why after all that time our elephant man still has
not fail.
damage.
Won't be halted.
Quick, else we miss all the fun!
Yeah, the Vorticai fight is really hard. There's some really challenging stuff in that dungeon. And if you don't manage your kingdom or get a bunch of shitty rolls and crappy luck, bad things happen. There are a few events where if you don't take care of them right away, they just make your kingdom collapse. Huh. They're not here. Weird? too soon? So the gnomes aren't here yet. Okay. Fair enough. Maybe because we didn't start the chapter? Troll Trouble or whatever it's called? Oh yes, we're close to leveling. Old Ganymede's now level 6. Exciting! Loving the leveling up. Protection +1. I think everyone's got one now. Alright, go team. Ganymede. He has Boon Companion already. Oh, Barbarian 4 for Mad Dog gives you Rage. I don't know how we could pass that up. And a Rage Power. Cool. Gaining a bite attack. 2 claws? No, he's never going to use that. Guarded stance. Can't have more than one stance up. And the build does have 16 levels of Mad Dog, so the bonus increases 1 for every 4. So it'd be a +4 dodge bonus, and raging is a -2. So effectively what we're saying is later on the AC will go up when you rage. Okay. Lethal stance is more bonus on melee attacks and thrown weapon attacks. And Reckless drops your AC. But has... That one's awful. Why would you take that one versus Lethal? I don't know why you'd take Reckless. Melee attack rolls, and this is on attack rolls. Oh. If you're raging to... Yeah, weird. Renewed Vigor. We've got lots of healers. It's a standard action. Seems like a really slow thing to do. Dodge bonuses stack with other dodge bonuses. You know what? As much as I want a little bit of extra to hit, oh, that's a +4 to hit though. Be +5. Ah, we'll do lethal. Lethal stance. More hit. And then we've got rage, which is awesome. Oh, level 5 cleric, sweet. That means 3d6 negative channeling dice. And 3rd level spells, which we will.
At first
not...
I said, no, I can't. Too dangerous. Well, then I insisted, but I should. I need that to survive. Then I argued, then agreed to do it. Oh, it's so hard to decide whether to have breakfast or not.
Yikes, buddy. Okay. Let's give him another bone shaker. 3rd level. Call lightning. Fuck yeah. Dead. And blindness is at range? Medium range. Nice. Default to lethal or guarded stance. Yeah. We took lethal. We dipped into fighter so that he could have full plate, so that he could have slightly better AC already. And the worst thing for him is to miss. Overgrown pool. Check it out. Group of hardy men with axes. Let him go, you swamp freak! If you don't, I'll burn this rotten grove to the ground, on my word!
You are the freaks. My name is Meliance. Thank you very much. If you keep being rude like this, I'll just drown these jumbos in the lake, you understand?
You, there! You seem a capable sort. Interested in some coin? Name's Korax, and we're loggers here in this forest. You could use your help in freeing our boys from this Gorgon's claws. What is going on here? We were minding our own businesses, cutting trees and splitting logs when this hag showed up out of nowhere. Screeches at us, then jinxes 2 of our lads and threatens to drown us. With these fae breeding like rabbits everywhere, what's an honest, hard-working man to do?
Stupid jumbo. You're the ones who breed like rabbits, spreading to more and more space. We've lived here since forever. I've grown these trees for more than 100 years, knowing them down to the tiniest leaf. Then you show up with your stupid axes to ruin everything.
Let them go, Melians.
friends. These people have families. You wish? As soon as I let them go, the whole lot of them will attack. If these goons want to go home to their stupid families, they're gonna have to promise to steer clear of my grove first. Listen to me, guys. Diplomacy check. Quarreling with the Fae is more trouble than it's worth. You have no idea how powerful and thin-skinned they can be. Lumberjacks look at the Nixie with suspicion. Ooh. Alright. It's not like we're dead set on this grove in the first place. Give us back our lads, we'll leave this place in peace, on my word. Milliance, if they leave this place and never return, please release the hostages now. Oh, sure. And who's gonna bring back my trees, then? They come in here, smash everything in sight. They just leave. No deal. Fix what you broke, and then maybe I'll let them go. How are they supposed to restore a tree that has already been cut down? You humans are always alike. Destroy, destroy, destroy. And then when it's time to clean up, your mess, poof, gone. Fine. Since you're clearly clueless, I'll tell you what to do. There are these magic thingies that look like feathers. Feather tokens. Fine. Alright. You hear that, Korax? Just buy some feather tokens from a magic shop, and she'll let your men go. Have it your way. I'll send some boys to fetch those feather tokens of yours. I refuse to go back and talk to the widows and orphans about how their dad was drowned in the swamp by some blue-skinned tree hugger. Does that mean that worked? Did we solve it? Alright, you big dunces, you may go, but bring me the feathers. No cheating. Of course we can be friends. Ew, what are you doing? Stop that, come on. Here, just take this. And hold off on that cuddly stuff, alright? Alright, let's leave. Make sure you don't get lost. Your people never seem to watch where they put their feet. They gave us a ring. What does said ring do? A ring of protection +2. Cool. Ganymede has one. Faria will put on the ring of protection. Haha, it's cursed. No, kidding. Wish we could put the rings on our animal companions. That would be so cool. They should have little, like, tokens. Or little faces. We could see them and put items on them and love them and pet them. But alas. Alright, that was worth XP, wasn't it? Oh, he's so close. So close. 68 XP away. Let's go hunt for 68 XP. Hey, a direwolf. That looks like 68 XP. Go get him. Oh, not quite, was it? We're so close. He needs 10 XP.
The road calls me. I'll take the bait.